Welcome to Advancing the Common Good, the United Way's Community Impact Series. My name is Katie Gallagher and I'm the Marketing Specialist at the United Way of the Lewis and Clark area. With us today, we have two men from the Boy Scouts. We have Loren Brown, who is a Scoutmaster here in Helena, and Jayden Peterson, who's an Eagle Scout with Troop 207. Thank you for joining us today.
Thanks, Katie.
All right, so to get started, most viewers out there probably know a little bit about the Boy Scouts already, but I just want to provide a very brief overview on the Boy Scouts history here in the United States. So the Boy Scouts was created in 1910, and it's one of the largest youth organizations today in the country. So there are currently 12,000 Boy Scouts in the state of Montana currently right now. And so these scouts have recorded over 35,000 service hours in 2013. So I just wanted to provide a little bit of information on the impact that Boy Scouts are providing in communities across the state of Montana. The mission of the Boy Scouts is to build character, train young people in the responsibilities of participating in citizenship, and developing personal fitness. So we're going to talk a little bit later with Loren about how Boy Scouts do that here in the Helena community. But I just want to focus too on the fact that you probably know somebody here in the Helena community that is involved with Boy Scouts. Maybe they're a neighbor, family, a friend, or a coworker. There are 624 youth members currently in the Helena community with 292 adult volunteers involved in Boy Scouts. With 42 units, these include Cub Scout packs, Boy Scout troops, venture crews, and explorer posts. So thank you for joining us today. Loren, can you provide a little bit more information about what Boy Scouts do here in the Helena area?
Sure, Katie. Our guys and gals are involved in a lot of different activities. They spend a lot of time in the outdoors, learning outdoor skills. I think that's the thing that people are most familiar with scouting. But we use outdoor programs as an opportunity to introduce the boys and the young ladies to leadership, character development, morals, and just generally a lot of other activities that they can be involved in. Again, people think of scouting as an outdoor program, and that's our foundation, but we also take the kids and do things like go to museums and learn about history. They go to community events such as board meetings or city council meetings to learn about how the community operates. Our Cub Scout program, which is for boys in the 1st through 5th grade, does a lot of fun, hands-on type activities to just get the kids interested in scouting. Boy Scouts is for young men between the ages of 11 and 17, and the Scouts get to do a wide variety of activities. Last summer, we took boys to Washington, D.C. and to West Virginia for the National Jamboree. A couple of weeks ago, they were out near Townsend for the state camporee, and we had scouts, over 700 scouts from the state of Montana participating in that, doing everything from shooting shotguns to flying airplanes. So a lot of different activities there.
Can you speak a little bit about, are they merit badges? Is that what you call the badges?
Sure. So Boy Scouts earn merit badges.
Okay.
There's over 100 different merit badges that scouts can earn. They range from topics like cooking, first aid, camping, citizenship, atomic energy, model rockets, pretty much anything that a person might have an interest in, a career in, there's a merit badge that's affiliated with that. And so it's a great opportunity to introduce kids to skills and activities that maybe they wouldn't have otherwise a chance to experience in their life. Sometimes it opens up a future hobby or even a profession for a young man. The Cub programs, the venture programs, and the explorer programs have different awards and different names for those. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the most popular merit badge in the Helena area was rifle shooting, which is not surprising probably, but it's also very interesting to see the other merit badges that kids are interested in. One of the ones that struck me was oceanography, right? So providing kids in the Helena area the opportunity to learn about oceanography through the Scouts is definitely shows the different options that they have when they get involved. So that's great. Anything coming up in the Helena area that the public can actually get involved with?
Absolutely. On August 9th at the Great Northern Town Center, we're going to have our annual Scout Expo. So an exposition of scouting, and our different units, Cub Scouts, Boy Scout troops, and the venture crew, all participate in that. And they're able to show off something that's specific to scouting that we do. And the public's invited to attend. They can see a lot of different units, meet leaders, volunteers, scouts, and see if it's something that they might like to get involved in and see an impact that scouting makes.
That's great. So that's August 9th at the Great Northern Town Center here in Helena. All right. And then fundraising. So Girl Scouts have their cookies, and the Boy Scouts in the fall fundraise with popcorn?
Popcorn.
All right,
Yeah,
and that is coming up in what month?
We'll start popcorn sales in September.
Okay.
Again, that's all of our scouts, everything from our little blue-shirted Cub Scouts up to our green-shirted Ventures.
Okay.
So you might see a young man or a young lady that's out selling popcorn as well. So.
And what's the revenue? I remember reading a staggering figure. Is it $2 million?
Yep. The Montana Council last year sold over $2 million in popcorn.
Wow.
So the Montana Council sells more popcorn than any other council in the nation.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
And the Helena troops are definitely contributing to that figure.
Big part of that.
Yes. All right, so let's transition a little bit. So we have Jayden with us here today, and Jayden is a Eagle Scout with troop number 207 here in the Helena area. So just to start off, Jayden, can you provide a little bit of information about what an Eagle Scout is?
An Eagle Scout is a scout that has gone through many different ranks in the scouting program and has completed at least 13 Eagle required merit badges, along with obtaining at least 21 merit badges overall. And while completing all the merit badges and then also doing community service, this Eagle Scout must then do what is called an Eagle Scout project, which is a project that will benefit their community for a long amount of time.
Okay. And so you're an Eagle Scout. Have you completed your project already? And if you have, what did you do?
I did complete my project. All my requirements are finished for my Eagle Scout. What I did was over at Camp Sunshine Camp over by Elliston, Montana. The Lions Club has a camp there, and on one of their main buildings they have a very old covered deck there. And what I did was I replaced all the rotten wood and put in supports for that deck, and then replaced it all with nice new stable supports and wood for that deck there.
Wow, I'm sure the folks over at the Sunshine Camp were very appreciative of that project.
They were.
I know that they're busy out there this summer with a lot of kids, so that's great. And when did you start with Boy Scouts? How old were you when you got involved?
I was 11 years old. My dad actually brought me to a Troop 207 meeting. He was an Eagle Scout himself too. And I went to that first meeting. I didn't know what to expect because I've never been a part of an organization really before. And the thing that struck me there was in that first meeting was how very welcoming those people were, just how just ready they were to accept me into the troop. And that first impression there, that's why I've stuck with it for so long, is because it's just such a great program. So.
And is there any specific reasons that you'd recommend young people to get involved? Has being part of the Boy Scouts provided you with anything that you think is important to share with the younger folks that may be interested in getting involved?
Through scouting anyway, the two things that have really stuck with me, morals and leadership. Because without morals, we can't be the best, of ourselves. And through leadership, we can apply that to both church, community, and throughout life. And those leadership is definitely the thing that has struck me most with scouting. So I think with younger people, that'd be great.
Yeah.
And they carry that skills throughout their life.
And can you talk about any of your badges? So anything that sticks out for you? I know that you both are here in your gear today, but do you have anything on today that is memorable to you in particular?
Well, let's see here. This is oceanography here. And
you did do the oceanography.
I did.
All right.
I got to go to Oregon coast. That was my first summer camp there. And we got to go all the way to the Oregon coast, and that was a merit badge I got to complete there, and that was pretty memorable. Got to go down the ocean, look at pools, look at sea urchins and that kind of stuff, and that was a great merit badge there. And then of course rifle shooting there.
Yep.
And then small boat sailing, I got to do that in Flathead Lake, and that was quite extraordinary because I've never really sailboated before, and after that it was just always wanted to pursue that.
Definitely. As a native Oregonian, I am happy to see that you were able to make it to the Oregon coast to do your oceanography badge. So that's great. Just to wrap up, we're about out of time here today, but can you share a little bit of information on how people can get involved? So if parents out there are watching today and have children who might want to get involved in Boy Scouts, or even adults, if they would like to become leaders, how can folks get involved with the Boy Scouts here in the Helena area?
Absolutely. I'd encourage folks to go to our local district website. That's www.pricklypearmt.org.
Okay.
And on the left, there's a menu. One of the options is units. And under the units, they can find all the different packs, troops, crews, and the explorer posts that we have in the greater Helena area. And what we really encourage people to do is to contact a couple of those units, go visit them, just as Jayden did, and find a unit that fits them, whether that's as a young man or a young lady, or as an adult. We definitely have a large number of leaders that maybe were involved in scouting in the past or that think it's a good program that don't have kids and like to serve in a leadership capacity.
All right, so just to review, so young men can become part of Cub Scouts and Boy Scouts, and then the Venture Crews and the Explorers are co-ed.
Correct.
Correct? Okay, so there are opportunities for young women to get involved here in the Helena area as well.
Absolutely.
All right, great. Well, thank you for coming in today. We appreciate you joining us on the show.
Thank you very much, Katie.
Thank you, Katie.
And on behalf of the United Way and everybody out there in the Helena community that works to advance the common good every day, we thank you.